Residents aren't filling their tanks in the summertime like they normally do because they already can't afford the oil prices that are already upon us. House and Senate Republicans are joining you all to announce that we are asking for a special session in order to address the shortfall of LIHEAP funds for our Connecticut residents. On Monday, many of you saw that the Appropriation, Human Services, and Energy Committees met to vote on a block plan. Republicans had a proposal to restore the funding that was cut by the federal government to the tune of $50 million, as well as expand the program for additional households as we enter into the winter season. We have a slush fund in the state of Connecticut to the tune of well over $100 million. That money could be used now to prop up that fund. We already heard on Monday that the funding is being cut upward of 40%, and that we have an additional applicant pool we are projecting is going to increase by 5%. So for the governor and the Democrats to suggest that we should take a wait-and-see attitude and put people into crisis is a dereliction of their responsibility to meet the needs of the public. Back in July, Republicans had proposed putting more money into the LIHEAP program because we knew this was going to be a crisis. In that proposal, we sought to fund it through the surplus. As we are seeing the needs are only increasing and not decreasing, that proposal went from $40 million to over $100 million. And we are proposing to take that money out of CT Invest, which was a slush fund created in the budget. It is undesignated money. It has not been appropriated. And we think that that money, which is ARPA funds, it's federal funding, should be used to support the LIHEAP program. But it's appropriately a slush fund because if you listen to the debate on the floor, it was a fund that was created that has undesignated allocation. So it's hundreds of millions of dollars that just are sitting there just because, and we're going to use it in the future. We have asked DECD over the last 6 months what they are using the money for, and has it been expended. They said we have not expended it, and wait and see, we haven't decided how we're going to use it. So I think that's appropriately called a slush fund.
But, if necessary, that's something that could be done in January when the legislature comes into session. We'll be in a position that would be something. And you're saying
that's too late. I mean, you're banking on the weather staying warm into January. The minute we get a cold patch, we already know, we heard from our action agencies, these programs are oversubscribed already. So for this governor to suggest that we could take a wait-and-see approach, when oil prices have risen, it is oversubscribed, we're hit with inflation, demonstrates yet again his tone-deaf behavior on what the needs of Connecticut is. And he needs to stop running around with his press conferences, doling out money what he thinks Connecticut needs, and actually give them what they actually need.